Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go.
Welcome to Unpacking the Home Advantage. My podcast is to help you understand the mortgage loan side through my experience and knowledge. My name is Paige Ashby. Let me update you on what's going on in my eyes in the mortgage world. I'm going to talk about what I'm hearing from the top economics, from the top real estate advisors, and from an insider in the lending world, me. Let's get unpacking. Let's talk about the economy. I've been collecting some information from last year to this year to see who to believe. There's so many information out there, and I have very few people that I follow now. Most are very negative and not giving facts. I've been doing this 32 years and I plan on staying, so I really do need facts and not opinions. Now, my focus is to try to understand why the market is up or down. Yes, I'm talking about the 10-year treasury bond. That is what controls the 30-year rates, which is called long-term. Now, the Feds do not control long-term rates. They control the short-term. These includes the auto rates, the credit card rates, and HELOCs. So the 30-year bond is mostly affected by the economic reports like consumer spending, unemployment reports, price index, and mostly important, inflation. When the mortgage bond goes up and there's no data that's out, it usually means they're selling off these loans to the secondary market. So usually this lasts about 2 or 3 days. This is my intake and opinion about the market these days. I usually always educate my clients on why the market is this way for that day or that week and so on. This brings up the next topic. Who is working with you and for you? A strong real estate advisor is huge right now. There are many reasons. Number one, they have to understand your goal and your path in your biggest investment, your home. Number two, they have to know how to be quick and available. I want to scream this out loud. Be available. I've had so many feedback from my clients in the past that said their realtor was not available on the days they needed them to see the homes, or they're playing golf, or they are slow at responding to get the offer in, or just not available to reply to a text for a question. Number three, a strong realtor will know how to negotiate based on the market trend. Let me repeat, based on the trend. My realtors know how to structure to win the offer. For example, if they see a price drop, that shows urgency to sell the home. Another example is that if there's multiple offers, then they won't ask much for seller concession because you're going to be so outbid. Or if they ask for a strong seller concession to buy down the rate when the rates are high, that just depends on the market trend. Now, last topic I want to go over is internal mortgage side through my eyes. I want to go over my processing experiences with the lender. And thank goodness I have an amazing processing team to back me up. So that is crucial. If there is such a great flow with your team and your processing team and your lender, then that makes a big difference on communicating, getting the loan closed on time, and explaining scenarios that may be questionable, to get that cleared up. So that's huge that you have a big team, a strong team behind you. Okay, so most lenders today have hired many underwriters after the massive layoffs, which these layoffs are all seasoned underwriters. A lot of these new underwriters don't want to take the risk to risk their license or their job. So they underwrite by the guidelines instead of common sense when it is needed. For example, I had an underwriter approve my loan, then he quit. So I had a new underwriter that had to start over, re-underwrote my loan, and came back to me and said the income calculation was wrong, and now the borrower does not qualify. And we're supposed to close the following week. Yikes, that is just horrible. So my processor and I tried to explain to the underwriter that the income breakdown is not correct, even if she followed the guidelines. Like, you average it out 12 months or whatever the guideline is. It depends on the program that you're going with. But the underwriter kept repeating the guidelines to me, which was not my point. My point was her math was wrong. And it's okay because everybody's human and they make mistakes. So typically, most loan officers would just say, okay, and accept the loan denial because the loan officers don't realize that they can fight it or they can, clear it up and just speak up for the client, advocate for the client. So for me, I'm a fighter, as most of my clients know. I'm a fighter and I do really hard loans. And I try to fight through it and have a clear understanding of the options. If there's no options, then that's fine, but I do fight all the way through. But also, when I'm wrong, I do admit I'm wrong, and I will have to know why I'm wrong so I can explain that to the client. Because I'm not the type where it says, oh, this is not going to work. I'm sorry to put you through this. I like to explain to my clients why their loan got denied, and if it's who made the mistake or the system just didn't like it. We get that all the time when the automated system does not like the credit history, anything, we can't get an auto approval. So, just communication with your client and be transparent. That is such a priority for me, is to be transparent with my clients and with all parties I work with. So anyways, back to the story. After many emails with this underwriter, and she did not change her mind. She just said, nope, they don't qualify. You need to figure it out, restructure it. And the sad thing is this was a down payment assistance program. So my clients were very tight with their funds. So what I did was, and I've done this many times, I went over the underwriter's head to underwriting management. To ask her to review the income for me. So I just have to try my best, and get my client in a situation where I have to advocate for them, and they put so much trust in me that I have to go beyond what I need to do. But after a couple of days, I got a response back from the management underwriter, and she stated that she got the higher income too. And now my client qualifies and it's all good. So yes, I'm very appreciative that she did look through it quickly because we're closing the following week, but there was no acknowledgement of any apology or anything. But you know what? I'm going to move on and update my client and let him know that we were able to work this out. Thank goodness my clients understand, they trust me. So this isn't the first time this has happened to me, but here's the thing. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong and I'll learn by it and understand my mistakes, because guidelines change all the time and it's okay, to make mistakes. Just make sure we have a solution, right? So on a purchase transaction, it's crucial, and it gets very, very stressful, but it's crucial to have communication because you are not just doing a refinance. On a purchase, you have to answer to like 5 different people, 5 different parties: the borrower, the listing agent, the buying agent, the lender, and the title people. That's a lot of pressure to give bad news to, especially late in the game. So you have to have a strong loan officer for these days that when you have to fight for them. So with my mentorship, I always think outside the box. I think quick on my feet, and I'm a huge problem solver because there's no loan that's clean cut anymore. If it was easy, everybody would do it, right? So, my passion is to help everyone. So there are a lot of loan officers out there. If you guys need help, need mentorship, or clients, if you guys need a second eyes on something, please reach out to me. You can always email me at unpackingthehomeadvantage@gmail.com, and I would love to help you and give you my opinion. And if something you don't understand, let's do the research together, and I also can give you the information, anything you guys may need. So if you've enjoyed this information, make sure you follow, and if you know of anyone that may benefit from this, please share. More episodes to come. As an active mortgage broker and mentor, if you have any questions or need a pre-qualification, you can reach me through LinkedIn, Paige Ashby Lending, or my other contacts are listed below in all my episodes. Thanks for being part of Unpacking the Home Advantage.